Have you ever felt like you're talking to a wall and you're just trying to get the communication across? You're trying to lead your team, you're trying to get the things done, and nothing seems to be working as much as you talk about it. So maybe your team isn't the problem. One of the things that I've learned over the years, especially after talking to thousands of different people, hundreds of leaders, and working with thousands of businesses on their copy, as well as their messaging to get people on stages, as well as grow teams and to train leaders, is that most of the time this comes down to the kinds of communication that we're using and how we're communicating, but not really communicating. Think about this like all the new words that we say. Um, we look at Gen Z, for example. They're using words like yeet and skibbity and all of these different things that don't mean a whole lot to most people because of the fact that there's a lack of communication there. The same thing goes for when millennials were starting to use emojis consistently. There was a lot of miscommunication and there was not the same level of understanding. So, like we talked about earlier, this idea of clarity doesn't necessarily mean understanding. The same thing can be true when your team is listening to you. So we talked about having them repeat things back to you so that you know that you're on the same page. But what other things can we be using in order to have better communication with people? And so we know that story is one of those pieces because people remember stories 22 times more than facts. So if I can start weaving things in of like, if you understood this exactly like driving over a bridge, this is the example that I use, finding analogies, similes, metaphors that work within what you're trying to do in order to captivate your people and keep them entrenched in the story versus just listing them off a bunch of to-dos and hoping that they're going to take that honey-do list and just go do it without much pushback, because people want to be seen and heard. Just like you as a leader want to be seen and heard, your people feel the same way. Because at the end of the day, even if they don't have a team that they're leading, they're still leading themselves. And we all want to be treated with the utmost respect, especially in the workplace, because we're there a lot of hours. People don't listen to boring leaders because emotion is actually the thing that drives attention because of this idea of mirror neurons. So think about when somebody smiles at you. The first thing you're going to want to do is smile back. Because if you don't sound engaged, your team won't be either. Just like if somebody doesn't smile at you, you're probably not going to be the first one to smile. We have to be engaging. We have to pull people in. And so if this is something that you're struggling with, I would love to have a conversation with you and to help you figure out how to make your team actually listen and want to listen to you. I would love to get on a call. You can DM me or you can schedule a call at kabrinaashley.com/strategy-call. And I will see you tomorrow on Kabrina Unscripted.